What is going on, guys? Cameron here, and I'm going to be reviewing Ultimate End issue 5 for you guys. Now, can you believe it? It has been 4 months since the previous issue. It has gone so fast, but 4 months to wait for a comic? That's a little bit sinister for my taste. Almost like torture. So anyway, I imagine that I'm going to have to jog your guys' memory a bit just to get the ball rolling. So towards the end of the previous issue, we saw Miles Morales swinging, we saw 616 characters and Ultimate characters both clashing together to fight each other, and this issue is actually going to be picking up with Miles Morales stopping all of these guys from fighting each other, and we're going to take it from there. So without further ado, guys, we've waited 4 whole months. Let's get into it. So the comic opens up with this awesome panel of just a million characters on the screen. We've got Miles, who's massive in the top left corner, shooting his web, stopping everyone from fighting, and all of these characters just kind of looking on, clueless as to who he is. Now, when I was reading this comic, I could really feel a difficult situation coming into fruition. I mean, Miles pretty much has to explain to everybody here right now that the world they know isn't actually real. This is a fake world. This is Battleworld that was made by Dr. Doom, and the world they actually know has been obliterated, and he actually has to break that news to them and hope that they believe him. Now, the one thing that I didn't expect to happen was for all of the psychics in this group to look into Miles' head and pretty much instantly believe him. To clear something up really quick, the reason why Jessica Drew says that she hasn't seen Miles in forever is because even though Miles was only in the life raft for about 30 seconds, to everybody else, he was gone for 8 years. So yeah, I hope that clears that up. But anyway, as you can see, everybody's being shown what's in Miles' head. Everybody's being shown what Miles has gone through, what happened to the world, and what happened to all of the alternate universes crashing into each other in the incursions, and Dr. Doom creating this battle world. And it's almost like being told that your reality is fake. Imagine waking up one day and being told that your life as you know it doesn't exist. It's not real. That's pretty much what these guys are going through right now, and I honestly understand why some of these guys probably won't believe him at first. It just doesn't seem possible. I love how we get these montage of characters. Obviously it shows 616 Spider-Man first and all of his characters from his universe, and then it flips the page on over to the Ultimate characters and Miles Morales swinging in the middle of the page. We also get this awesome commentary coming from Miles Morales about him talking about who Dr. Doom is and how he's just a man. He's not exactly a god, he's just a man who won. He's the man who took his enemies and planted them on a battle world ruled by him and pretty much put on this world to kill each other. And we can see the reaction from all the other characters. They're all kind of in absolute disbelief. Even Vision himself is contemplating whether it's a trick or not. And I thought it was hilarious how I think that's Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, who just screams out, "I knew it," because he just knew that he was in a wrong world. He knew that there was a better world out there, and I thought that was brilliant. I find it really interesting how Miles Morales is like the centerpiece of this Ultimate End story. Like the first 4 issues, Miles Morales wasn't really in it, but towards the end of the 4th issue, it introduced Miles Morales, and we knew that he was kind of the person that could bring everyone together to convince everybody to take one last stand and become the hero and take down Doom once and for all. Something that took me by surprise though was that some of these characters don't actually know that there are such things as alternate universes. They don't know that there's alternate versions of themselves, and the only people that do know this is Miles Morales and 616 Spider-Man, and everyone starts going crazy. The Hulk actually bursts into a rage mode until Wolverine appears out of nowhere. Now obviously I don't actually know the story of Wolverine, but he kind of looks like the Wolverine out of Old Man Logan, and I'm sure some of you guys in the comments will probably know who that Logan is right there, but obviously he's from an alternate universe. Wait a minute, that sounded like I didn't know who Wolverine was. Obviously I know the origin of Wolverine and all that stuff. What I meant was that I don't know what's happened to Wolverine in the comics. So I don't know whether he's died or anything like that. I don't know why any of these characters are surprised that Wolverine is there, but obviously some of you guys will know. Anyway, as I was saying, Wolverine explains to these guys about the alternate universes and just what he's seen, and I love how he mentions the Marvel Zombies universe, you know, how everyone's a zombie and they're all dead and everything. That was a nice little reference there. Now as we move on throughout the comic and further into this adventure, we can see that the Thors have been sent by Doom himself to take down all of these superheroes, and as they're about to get there, they are actually teleported to a secret headquarters, well I think it's a headquarters, or at least a safe place anyway where they can't be found or destroyed or whatever's going on. Now we come to this really special moment in my opinion. This is where we actually see the true colours of these superheroes all debating what they should do, whether they should take action, and then you just get Captain America saying, at the end of the day, we need to take this guy down with whatever means necessary, even if they die. And we get this incredible page, or a few pages, of just this dialogue from 616 Spider-Man, from Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man, and from Tony Stark. Now, I'm not too sure whether it's 616 Tony Stark or Ultimate Tony Stark, but I'm pretty sure it's 616 Tony Stark. And it's basically them just saying goodbye to their families, goodbye to Aunt May, goodbye to Miles' dad, goodbye to Pepper. And I just love how these heroes kind of take up this responsibility to take down Doom, whether it means sacrificing their own lives in order to do it. They won't even know what the world is going to be like after they do this, but they're going to take that chance anyway because it's the right thing to do. And in all honesty, it's a huge inspiration. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, on this next page where we've got all these characters in the boxes right here, I have no idea whether the page is meant to scroll down or whether it's meant to scroll to the right. Like, seriously, I looked at it both ways, and pretty much the dialogue works going down the page and across the page. So, yeah, I just put it as across the page because I think that's the way it works best. But you can see these boxes disappearing, you can see characters fading away, and this is kind of implying and suggesting that they have actually taken the fight to Doom and they've actually defeated him. And what we are seeing are these characters disappearing because obviously they've changed the universe. Now, I don't think we'll actually see these events until Secret Wars issue 9, which doesn't come out until like next week or the week after or something like that. But I'm hoping that we see all these characters in that issue. But for now, this is all we get. So as for all this dialogue that's going on, for me, it kind of sums up what it's like to be a superhero, and that's just plain awesome. Actually, I just remembered something that I completely forgot to talk about. Guys, you have probably noticed that Ultimate Spider-Man Peter Parker isn't in the comic at all. And that's a really depressing thing because we were kind of led to believe that Ultimate Spider-Man Peter Parker was kind of confirmed to be in the comic. I actually read an article where it was confirmed by Brian Michael Bendis that Peter Parker was supposed to be in Ultimate End issue 5, but for some reason, he's just not here. So I don't know whether they decided to cut him out the last minute or whether he was ever supposed to be in it in the first place, but for months and months, there's been rumours that he was supposed to be in the final issue of Ultimate End, which is this very issue. And to be quite honest, I have read quite a few articles, or more than a few, of Peter Parker supposed to be in this comic, but I don't know what's happened, so I might just go and cry after this review. But anyway, as we get on to the final few pages of this review, there's a huge flash, everything disappears, Battleworld disappears, Miles Morales wakes up to discover that everything's okay and his mother is back to life. Now, how has this happened? We don't know. Does Miles remember any of this? We don't know. When he woke up, he was very startled to see his mum, so obviously he must have had like that little spark as like a surprise to be like, oh my god, mum, you're alive. But then after that, it was kind of just like, wait, why am I even celebrating? Like, has he forgot that his mum died or anything like that? Has his memory been like erased of Battleworld? Does he still remember Battleworld and he's just kind of happy that the world turned out okay? Who knows? But one thing that I do want to mention about the ending of this comic, about Miles actually waking up in his bed and his mum still being alive and all that, it is very, very, very reminiscent of The Amazing Spider-Man Brand New Day. The ending to The Amazing Spider-Man One More Day, where Peter Parker makes a deal with Mephisto to end his and Mary Jane's marriage, and Peter wakes up in his bed with Aunt May still alive and everything's okay, and it was very reminiscent of a Brand New Day. So yeah, I'm not sure whether I'm too happy about that. Like, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, because I do know that The Amazing Spider-Man Brand New Day is known to be the worst Spider-Man saga in history. So for this comic to kind of reminisce that is a little bit of a risky move, and I feel like it was kind of just a cheap way out, but hopefully we'll see how Secret Wars actually ended in Secret Wars issue 9, which comes out, I think it's either next week or the week after or something. But yeah, so now that Miles has his life back, now that Miles has his mother back and all his friends and everything's gone back to normal, and he is now living in the 616 universe alongside the Amazing Spider-Man Peter Parker, you guys are probably wondering, is Miles Morales getting a brand new Ultimate Spider-Man series? Well, in fact, yes he is. It's actually called Spider-Man, and it's releasing in February 2016, and of course I'm going to be reviewing it, and there'll probably be a preview on my Facebook page within the next coming weeks or months, so if you want to go to the link in the description for my Facebook page, you can do that now. But now we're coming towards the end of this review. Guys, what did you think? Let me know in the comment section below. What was your overall thoughts about Peter Parker of Ultimate Spider-Man not being in this comic? Were you disappointed? I know I was, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10. It was pretty average, really. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10, but I'm feeling pretty optimistic just because of how it all played out with the commentary and just Miles Morales kind of saving everybody. But nothing really happened in this comic other than that, so I'm not sure. I'm kind of edging towards a 7 out of 10, but it's Christmas, so I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Now, guys, if you want to stay updated on my videos, you can follow me on Twitter. I always let you guys know what videos I'm editing and when the videos are being uploaded. And as for comic updates, you can follow my Facebook page to stay up to date in all the comic book news. And for more, you can hit the subscribe button on this YouTube channel, you can hit the like button on this video, let me know that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all later.